wa ta'ala that, oh Allah, these people would pray with us. كانوا يصلون معنا. They would fast with us. يصومون معنا. They would do good deeds with us. يعملون معنا. So they're going to be begging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, oh Allah, these people were with us. They prayed with us. They fasted with us. We know them. Subhanallah, they are one step away from Jannah. And if they wanted to, they could turn their backs on their brethren and walk away. But these are people they love. These are people, their families, their relatives, the people that they would pray with and do good deeds with. And so they have in their hearts the iman that brings about that brotherhood. This is the ummah. This is the ummah. And the Prophet ﷺ said, and this is human nature, once they know they are safe, then they turn to Allah. Before that it is nafsi, nafsi. Human nature. Okay? I'm starving. I need a little bit for my food, my stomach. Then I'll look around and say, okay, you want to share. Human nature. But subhanallah, that iman is still there. Once they cross over the sirat, the Prophet ﷺ said, and this is, I love this phrase. He said, they will be the most argumentative as possible in front of Allah to save their brethren. Subhanallah. Now that they're certain that they got in, there's no chance of them going back in, right? فَإِذَا هُمْ أَشَدُّ مُنَاشَدَةً فِي الْحَقِّ. They're going to be arguing. Oh Allah, this person did this. Oh Allah, this person did that. Where is this happening? Before Jannah. They're seeing the people that have fallen into the sirat. They're seeing the people that are in Jahannam. And they know them. And now the arguing, and making a positive arguing. Oh Allah, they're making, what is this? Shafa'ah. This is shafa'ah. This guy used to pray with us. This guy used to do good deeds with us. This guy, we did good deeds together. We participated in khair together. And so they're going to begin arguing with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so Allah will say to whomever He pleases, اذهبوا, go. فَمَنْ وَجَدْتُمْ فِي قَلْبِهِ مِثْقَالُ دِينَارٍ مِنْ إِيمَانٍ فَأَخْرِجُوهُ. Whoever you find who has a dinar's weight. Dinar is a coin, big coin. It's larger than a quarter. Large coin. Whoever you have a dinar's weight, then go and expel, get them out. And the Prophet ﷺ said, Allah has made Jahannam haram upon the mawadi' of sujood. Where we do sajda, Jahannam will not touch it. So the face and the hands and the feet. And how do you recognize somebody? By the face. So this is a very interesting phrase that the Prophet ﷺ is indicating that the rest of the people are unrecognizable. We seek Allah's refuge. Who shall be recognizable? Those that are doing sajda. Because Jahannam has been made haram for the places of sajda. And obviously the one who does more sajdas, more protection from Jahannam. So somehow, we don't know how, the people who are destined to go to Jannah have the capability to tour Jahannam as if they are not in Jahannam. They're walking around and they're not in it. This is ilm al-ghayb. And they're searching. Who are they searching for? Their family, their friends, their relatives, those who did good deeds with them. But Allah has a condition. What is the condition? You have to have a dinar. If he has that dinar, you may take him out. Now, how will they recognize that? Again, all of shafa'ah is up to Allah. So Allah will allow them to see various people and they will be able to recognize this guy has more than a dinar. So then they will be allowed to be taken out. Okay? That will be the first batch. Then they will say one more time. So Allah will say, go and find somebody who has nisfu dinar and take him out. More time has gone, which is more punishment. Correct? And so the punishment will go longer. So nisfu dinar, they will take him out. And then it keeps on going down. There are various versions of this hadith, sometimes 4 or 5 times. You get the point here. Until finally, مَنْ وَجَدْتُمُ فِي قَلْبِهِ أَدْنَى مِثْقَالُ حَبَّةٍ مِّنْ خَرْدَلٍ مِّنْ إِيمَانٍ. Whoever has the smallest bit of atom's weight of iman, take him out. And so that person will be taken out. And then Allah Azza wa Jal will say that the prophets have given their shafa'ah. There's a very important evidence, by the way, that shafa'ah is not only for one person. The Prophet, there's multiple types of shafa'ah. The prophets have given their shafa'ah. The malaika have given their shafa'ah. So the malaika will also make shafa'ah. The mu'minun have given their shafa'ah. And no one is left except Arhamur Rahimeen. Now the makhluk have given their shafa'ah. No one is left. So in all of Jahannam, if anybody has anyone who has recognized that person and they have an atom's weight of iman, can you imagine? Now, by the way, when is this happening? Okay, here's the point. According to one hadith, it appears that this is happening on the Day of Judgment. However, it's not incorrect to understand that this type of shafa'ah begins from the Day of Judgment and it lasts for as long as Allah wants it to last. It is possible that somebody from Jannah will recognize or remember, as we said, and they will be allowed to, in a way we don't understand, look down, see who is there and take that person out. And so eons will go by, because obviously not everybody will be taken out of Jahannam on the Day of Judgment. Obviously. This is common sense as well. And we learned this from other hadith as well, that the Jahannamiyun, we're going to come to this when we get to that, the Jahannamiyun will actually be told to enter Jannah, and by that time the Prophet ﷺ said, everybody in Jannah will be settled. And the Jahannamiyun will say, oh Allah, there's no space in Jannah left. You know, what happens is that if you, this happens especially in Mina and Arafat, when you go for Hajj, that when you come into the tent and it's empty, mashallah, put your feet out and take that. People come in and they're like, oh, there's no space, there's supposed to be 12. No, there's 8. No, you start arguing because now, but if all 12 go in together, they have to figure out how to do it, right? So the Jahannamiyun will be on the outside looking and they will say, oh Allah, there's no space. Everybody is just at ease now. Then the Prophet said, Allah will expand Jannah. And space will be made for them, then they're going to be let in. So this is not happening on the Day of Judgment. This is not happening on the Day of Judgment. The point being, this notion of people coming in and taking people out, even though in one hadith it might appear that it's all happening on the Day of Judgment, in reality we need to understand that this is an ongoing process. It begins on the Day of Judgment and it will last ila masha Allah. It will last until the last person of Jahannam has been removed. And then Allah Azza wa Jal will say, no one is remaining except for me, the Jabbar, in one version, the Arhamur Rahimeen, and no one shafa'ah is left except for my shafa'ah, baqiyat shafa'ati. And the Prophet ﷺ said, Allah Azza wa Jal will lift a handful from Jahannam. يَقْبِضُ قَبْضَةً. And a handful of Allah is many, many people.